Hi guys, welcome to episode 6, my 6th video on my Antiques Chaser channel. I know some of you follow me on my news decode channel as well. If you haven't heard, I got banned for a week for putting up my last video. A bit too much truth, I think. So I should be up. It's Monday today. I should be up Tuesday or Wednesday back on the other channel, where I'll sort of explain in sort of code what happened there. But today we're going to be looking at some recent buys from a recent auction that I attended, and just to prove I'm not making up these prices, I'm actually going to show you clips of the actual invoice, so you can see, you know, you can still get bargains at auctions if you got the right ones. So anybody, yeah, I'm still building up the channel, so if you'd like to, any of them, absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. And just a quick recap for those who are new subscribers. I have a small wall unit at the Southern Antique Centre. It's in Staffordshire in the UK, right in the middle of the UK. Nice country village called Dunstan, and basically this is what it looks like. And there's some around the back, and there's I'm actually in that silo there, and 2 videos ago I showed the inside of it, and you can have a look at my unit. When I go next time I'll update it, because obviously a few things are sold off it and I put other things there, so I'll do an update behind there. But behind the silo there's another 3 large antique rooms there. Up them stairs there is the sort of music memorabilia section, and on the left hand side behind that building there's another 2 buildings there with antiques and lighting in. So it's a growing site. I like being there. The people who run it are absolutely fantastic. Jamie and Tina, absolutely superb, and long may it continue. As I say, I'm enjoying it. Now I thought I'd start off with a quick thing, something I'd like to find, right? And these are things, you know, I'm going to say, you know, you want to find a real Fabergé egg, you want to find a Picasso painting. I'm thinking this might be actual realistic. This is made by Royal Doulton. I think they made him somewhere between 1910 and 1935 or something like that. And it's called a spook, because he's spooky, and it's designed like him, and it's only about 5 inches tall. So it's the sort of thing you think somebody might put it on a car boot table somewhere, or, you know, you want in an antique centre, they've done their research, they will know how valuable these things are. But I'm thinking one day I might see them, you know, at a thrift sale somewhere. I want one. I want one. Now, the box ones obviously are where the money's at. If you can find a Boxton certificate, it adds significantly to the price, as everything. But Royal Doulton also bought out other spooks, which were more jugs and boxed, and they're along the similar design, so you've got to be careful what you're going for, because these are 2. I got excited when I saw 2 spooks for $309, you know, and I even thought of paying the extra to have it posted from the US. But then you read the whole thing, and they're the character jug spooks, not quite as valuable. And as you can see, they're based on the original spook, but they're not quite the same design. And the jugs were designed by C.J. Noak, whereas the real spooks are by Harry Tittensaw. So you need to do that, check the numbers, and as you can see, the 2 jugs, $309, and this was last year in June in London. One of them sold for £2,048, and some of them are more valuable than others. And see, he's on a plaque on a plinth and the other one isn't, so, you know, you need to find out which model has the most value. But I don't care if I find one. I don't even care if it's broke. I'm having it. I want to own one at some stage. So that's my dream buy, if you like. You never know. I had a bit of luck with some couple of things that have happened this week, which I'm going to show you. So my luck might be in. So maybe I'll go to Car Boot on Wednesday. You can go Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday now around here. They're quite popular. I don't go as often as I should, really. So I'm going to go and have a look. And my next one, hopefully, I'll be saying, "Look, I found this spook for £3." We can dream. We can dream. Right, my buys from the last auction. Some of them, I'm spreading this across 2 videos because this is going to be like an hour-long video if I showed you everything. Collection of Buddhas, and as you can see, is the first thing I bid on. £20 and then £3.80 for the premium. That's the auction house's premium. £23.80 for all those. I had to have them. I thought I was going to get them for about £12, and there was a big long gap, and then someone else bid 15, and then someone else bid 18. I put 20 on, and luckily that's where it stopped. I probably would have gone to 25, which is the next bid, but because that big one is worth sort of 25 quid just on its own, so just selling that, which will go quickly, I've made a bit of profit, and I've still got 3 other things. So let's have a quick look at it. Now, I wasn't sure whether it was Shiva or a Buddha, but I'm going with Buddha because Shiva would not have like leaf earrings. That is more a Buddha thing, because Shiva's sort of goddess of war. I mean, sort of well detailed, isn't it? And it doesn't weigh a lot, but it's not like lightweight, flimsy thing either. They put a nice piece of old wood on the back. They got that bright silver star point head screw there. I was tempted to change it, but the other 2 are star point as well, so you know, it's sort of mid-century-ish type thing. It's had a little new screw in for some reason, but what a nice thing. And that's going to look nice on the shelf. It's going to draw people in. I haven't seen one of that design, and as you can see, I normally put some like Google Lens images of the thing and what they're going for. I couldn't find one like exactly like that, so either nobody else is selling them, or it's quite a rare thing. I've got a feeling people are hanging on to them because, you know, it is probably about 16, 17 inches tall, something like that. A professional would have measured it, wouldn't he? But you're not dealing with them. This floating Buddha, I quite like this because it's quite a heavy thing as well, and it's on a nice little piece of wood there. It's well put together, and just, you know, the design. And I like it when they, you know, put the effort into the back as well, because I mean, it would display that from the back or in the middle of, so it's going to go up against a wall on a shelf or in a cabinet. But they put the effort. Look at all the time that's gone into making that. Although I don't think it's handmade, I think it's a moulded one. But it's a nice heavy thing. It's got a bit of metal in it as well. I think it's mostly resin. I think it's got some metal in as well. So I did manage to find another one of them. Large floating. That's a gold one. Obviously mine's silver one. But it's exactly the same model. And you can see you don't get the can of soup with it as well. We do that in the UK. Sometimes you have like a can of pop or soda, and they've used a tin of our Heinz tomato soup. I don't know if you have it in the country where you are. It's nice, probably our best soup. But it's exactly the same thing, and someone's selling that. Doesn't mean they're going to get it, so buy it now. But they put it on for 80 quid. And I got that with the other 3 items for £23.80. So I'm probably going to put that on for, I think I'll go with 20 because of the weight in it. Okay, and the usual thing, I hope someone goes there, Google Lenses, go, oh, you get this 80 quid and get this one for 20, and it'll go. So, and it's so people are thinking about Christmas presents now. That is a good Christmas present to have. It's in good nick as well. Even the wood's not too bad. This Buddha, it's a standard that you see them everywhere, but it's got a bit of age to it. You can see it's got a few knocks to it. It's not damaged, but you can see it's had a life. It has been stuck on a shop's shelf or in a box all its life. It's been used. I like it when they've got a sort of little crack on them. And it shows this proper boxwood. It's not like a resin one. Yeah, and he almost spins as well, which I quite like that. And don't forget, he's not Buddha. Buddha, he wouldn't have overeaten. You know, he was people who lived a frugal life. That's called a Buddhai, which is the fat, happy one. So he will be put on. This is the Buddhai, and I'm probably going to put him on for, I think I'll put him on for about £8, something, £8, something like that. Because there's so many of them around. That's all right. It looks like a proper old one. Probably get more for it. But, you know, I've got him for next to nothing. So let's move him on. And somebody might have him as a nice Christmas present with a bit of luck. And, you know, you can see very similar type thing. That one's probably a bit better than mine. And it's only 19 quid, so, you know, if I put them on for 8 quid, that's a sort of fair price for that type of thing. And this one, this kneeling Buddha, quite like. I mean, the detail on it is pretty good. And again, I like the way they've got him sort of sitting on one leg. If you go when you go around the front, you can see he's actually sitting on his leg rather than kneeling on two, like that's how they would actually do it. So that's been made true to form. And I don't know if I have this in your country, but Pastimes is a well-known maker of this type of thing. I'm going to put him up because it's coming up to Christmas, and that's a nice little stocking filler for somebody who's into a Buddha and hasn't got that one. But normally that would have gone to the charity shop or the thrift shop. But I'm going to put it on, but I'm only going to put him on for £5 because I made me money from the first two items, to be honest. So it's a nice little thing just to put up there, and somebody might open that on Christmas morning. And it's nice that I feel like, oh, I've contributed to someone else's Christmas present. So we'll see. But if it doesn't sell by Christmas, that'll be down the charity shop. I have a clear out at Christmas. New Year, they love me down the local charity shop because I go in there with all my clear out stuff. And it's usually better quality than what they normally get, I can tell you. So they love it when I go. Right, now, this said a collection of figures. And as you can see, I got them for £8. Well, £9.52, including the auction house. And this auction, it starts off at 5, and then it goes 5, 8, 10, 12. So I was a second bid. Somebody had only bid £5 for these. So I thought, I'll have a go, and nobody else bid. And look what I got for £9.52. I mean, I wanted it mainly for that thing in the middle, which I'll come on to in a second. But let's just go through them. Now, I've seen these before. You can get these on Amazon. And it's made to look older than it actually is. It'd be nice if it was made out of stone, but it's just a bit of resin, basically. I'm toying with actually putting that on an old wooden plinth or some old wood underneath, because that spoils it for me. You can look at that and say, that came out of a shop last week. But if you put it on an old wooden plinth, it gives it that bit extra. I was going to say it raises it. Well, it physically does, and it price-wise does as well. So I'm not going to put that on my stand like that. I'm going to do something with it. But it's sort of £29 to buy new, you know. And I got that with all them other things for £9.50, whatever it was. So it's worth having, but I'm not going to sell it like that. It's not enough. This is a piece of folk art, homemade art, home pottery, and it's just so nicely put together. And I'm thinking it's by an amateur. It's actually signed on the back. And it's a bit annoying because they just signed it with their first name, Isabel, 1997, and that. Now, I've found about 3 pottery artists who call themselves Isabel. And it's such good, well made, you know, made in the UK, which I'm holding upside down there, but never mind, you can see it. And again, a Google search brings up nothing. It might be a one-off, but I want to do a bit more research on that Isabel, because that's got that sort of flower thing on it as well. I need to have some time to look at that properly, just in case it's a famous artist, or it could be some schoolgirl made it in pottery and I've ended up with it. I absolutely don't know, but whoever she is, she's bloody good. I do like it. I do like it. You think he'd look a bit happier? I'd be happier if she was doing that to me, but never mind, just my opinion. This is going to my stepdaughter. That was just in the box. It's a scary candle. I'm not going to put that. I'm actually not going back to the antique centre till after Halloween anyway. If it was before, I might have put it on for like £3 or something, just to see from there. But I'm not going to put it on after Halloween. It is a full candle. It's been well made. Still got the tape. It hasn't been used. I don't know why it would end up in a box like that. And again, I did a search and couldn't find anything. Now we come to the thing that this was, you know, when you see something in auction, if you've done one before, and think, I want that. And this is what made me, I wanted this, but I honestly thought they'd go over what I'm willing to pay. And I got it for like £8 plus the £1, what is it, £1.52. Yeah, I got it for £9.52 with this. I knew what this was as soon as I saw it on the picture in the auction house. Now, this is a Balinese one. They do Philippines as well. They're made out of solid mahogany, all right? And you might notice at the top where this is a guy, by the way, who's getting married. There's a sort of little chip on the one headpiece. It's not much, you can see it more from the front, and when I turn it round you can see it's had a bit of a scuff on the other headpiece. See at the top there, see it clearly there. Otherwise it's spot on, perfect. It needs a bit of polish, it's got the usual paint spots on it. Here, I'm struggling to lift it up, and it's signed by the artist as well, Fatimo. I couldn't find him or her, and I know it's from Bali because they put Bali, so I know it's a Balinese mahogany hand-carved sculpture. Absolutely stunning. Now these are easy to find. There's one which is quite similar to mine. I wonder if it's even by the same artist, because the headdress is very, very similar. It's got that flower on the side, unless that's what they all wear, I don't know. £213, and that's a Polynesian one. And then I found this other one, 106, and I've got to look at what Klung means. I've got a feeling it's probably something to do with marriage or something. And that's ironwood, that's made, and that's 106. So, you know, that mahogany one's got a little premium to it. So I thought, well, I've got to get that. £8, £9 with that in it. And those issues, that if you can have a look at the headdress again, the two tips on the top, I've actually had a little go at that with the old sandpaper, and it looks like that now. I'm quite proud of that. And I've stained it, I smoothed both of them down, I took that kink out at the top. I haven't put it like dead straight, like, you know, tried to make a little bow type thing, because it's material, isn't it? And I'm quite proud of that. I thought that was a good thing, and I've kept the value of that now. So I'm going to put that up for about, I think I'm going to go with £45, just for a quick sale, because lots of people who go there will have seen these and think, well, yeah, that's cheap, let's get that out of here. But obviously huge markup from the £9 that I paid for all those things. Now this what the hell is it? I'm calling it a skull visor. It's obviously some sort of art pottery type thing, but it's quite interesting. When I tip it upside down, you will see. Because I was wondering, how did they make that? Looks like it's been wrapped round, and it has been. I'm going to fill in that crack, don't worry. And I'm going to make the eyes really stand out. I was thinking of making them red with white sort of bloodshot around it. So I'm going to paint inside there. And what they've done, they've got a piece of pottery, looks like a vase or something, could be a pipe, and they put fiberglass around it to make the model. That has took someone an age, and why would you do something like that and not sign it? Why? And obviously, done the Google search, nothing comes up at all. It's a total one-off. It looks like something like out of Lord of the Rings, maybe, but if it was, that picture would have come up on there. It's going to be cleaned up a bit. It's going to have a bit of darkening put on it as well, because it's too light. But I think that's an interesting thing to get in with the sort of random lot. So with all, then I'm probably going to, when I've finished doing that, I'm going to see how good it looks or if I've ruined it. I might keep it because it's a bit weird, but it's a little eye catcher to go on the shelf. Put it on the top and the middle of the shelf. It draws people in. They're going to want to know what it is, if nothing else. And I think I'm going to put it on for something like £18, something like that. Probably worth a lot more than that. It's a one-off, but I want to sell it. I don't think that'll be someone's Christmas present. It'll be a weird Christmas present, and but you never know. Some strange people around. Right, a collection of wooden figures. Nobody bid on them. I didn't intend to get these at first, but £6.50 including the fees. And look what I got for £6.50. If you're thinking of getting into antiques, guys, you've got to start off at an auction and buy these sort of group lots, okay? So the first thing, I don't know, we call them corbels in this country. They're upside down technically, because what they are, that's the right way up. They're shelf brackets, and these are solid oak. They're quite heavy, as you can see. I'm struggling to hold it properly. I didn't have the right grip. See, they've got all the usual markings on them, so it shows their age. Three's a bit of a pain, because it's either for, like, you're going to have a long shelf with 3 of them, or you're going to use 2 and 1 separate. But they are strong enough to hold up a sort of smallish shelf on its own, so somebody could buy them for them. So they're going to be put on, I just want to shift them, £5 each, so 15 quid. Already I've trebled my money on what I paid for the whole lot. So that is an easy one, and they're nice things as well. Someone's going to like them because they've got some age to them. And I've been looking for similar type. I can't find similar type corbels, but you know, these American oak ones, 88. I'm not going to get anything like that for them. But the good ones, they command a premium like them ones. Now this one, this might end up at the charity shop because it's very light wood. But it looks quite attractive. I don't know, maybe it might make a little stocking filler Christmas present type thing. It's not very big, but it's well made. I mean, they probably made about 10,000 of these, wherever they got them from. And you know, someone is into nature and I don't know. I might put it on the stall just to see how it goes. And you see similar things. I mean, this is from a wholesale place, between 5 and 15, depending how much. So they're not expensive things anyway. So I'd probably put it on for, probably go £4, something like that, just for a quick sale, quick turnover. Move it on, and hopefully someone has a nice little, opens it on Christmas, some what they like and some what they want. Now, this African mask is quite basic. I mean, it looks a bit aggressive, so it looks like a sort of wall mask. It's all black, and on the back it's got a problem. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Alright, so I could fill it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to paint it black. And then what I'm going to do, in case you're wondering where I'm going with this, I've got an old piece of wood. I'll keep wood for this type of thing, and it sort of fits that way. So I'm just going to line it up, cut it down. I think I'll show you in this video where I'm going to cut it. Yeah, obviously you couldn't tell. I like insulting subscribe, but I'm cutting down, and I think I don't know whether to spray it silver, gold, or I've got a spray. It makes it look like stone, and I think I'm going to go with that, the stone one to go behind, so it'll look good. And then I'm going to put a hanger on the back, so it's going to be a wall hanging mask with a board on the back, which shall cover up that problem it's got on the back. And once I've done all that, I'll try £10 for it. Might drop it down to £7 if it doesn't go quickly, but it's all right. It's all right. I was disappointed with the crack on the back, but we can fix things. We can fix things to a point. Now I like these. This is a water buffalo made out of wood, and it's a pretty nice thing. I like the way they use the sort of different coloured wood on the front. You can see the age of it. That wasn't made in China last week. That's got some age to it. It's got a nice face, and the ears. Needs a good clean. Be nice if someone signed it or something like that. You can tell from the sort of wear on the feet that it's had a life somewhere. So that's a nice thing, and it's solid hardwood as well. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is, but I would put that on. I'll put it on for like £12, I think, something like that. But as you can see, my original £9, what was it? Collection of wooden figures, £6.50 is suddenly growing. And you see these. I mean, mine's better than that. They've got that on for $10. It's about the right price. They're not huge. If you had a bronze one, you're talking a Chinese bronze one, you're talking good money. But that's just a nice tick over thing, and someone would like that. I reckon someone who bought that leaf on a stand would like that, so I'm going to put them together. Oh yeah, and that's another different one. It's probably a bit closer to mine, but still I like mine because of the contrasting colours as well. So, you know, I think £10 is about right for that. And this, I actually knew what this is from when I seen it at the auction picture. Beautiful mask on a stand as well, and they're called Batic Masks. Got all this detail on it, and if you turn it round, they've even decorated the inside at the back. Why would you do that on a mask? Because I think originally it was made to wear, so you need something on the back. Nice wooden stand. You can see again, it's not straight out of a shop. That has been used, and it's just got a nice look, hasn't it? Some will have that, absolutely no problem. So, you know, that one, Batic would extra large, it's only a bit bigger than mine, $90. And this one, I've got to look what parang means as well. I know Batic, they're called Batic. I don't know what parang means, but it's almost the same as mine, isn't it? It's the same thing, so I don't know whether mine is a parang mask. I know it's a Batic mask, so I need to look that up. And you know, $30. So I think I'm going to put that on for about 15. See where we go with that for a quick sale. That's a nice Christmas present, that is. So we'll have that. Right, now, playing card lamp. Now this is one of the things that I saw in. I thought I want that because I know it's going to be a good seller. And again, somebody bid £5, and I was sitting there watching. Nobody else bid, and I'm thinking, you will. So I tried to leave it until the auctioneer. I know him personally, so I know his style. So I know when he's getting to the point of hammering down, and then I put my bid in. He's going to moan at me one day for doing it. But if you put it on at the last second, that means nobody else is probably going to outbid you. You know, it's had its time. £9.52 for this. Whoops. Look at it. Thing of beauty. See, it's quite tall. It's got all the playing cards, all in glass. And it's in a metal frame. I like the way it's sort of made to look like old playing cards. Simple bulb inside. And you'll see, I'm trying to find the switch and try and film at the same time with the other hand. It absolutely works. Just put the light out. You can't quite see the benefit of it there. But a fully working playing card lamp for, I'll keep forgetting how much paid that. For £9.52. And I know they've got some value because that is on a guy called Paul Martin, but he's on telly sometimes doing antiques. 48 quid, he's got exactly the same thing on there for. So I'm going to put that on. I think I'm going to put that on quite high for me. I'm going to put that on for £35 because I think it's worth it. And I'm going to clean it a little bit. It's only got a bit of dust on it. And that's going to, again, be an eye catcher. And when someone switches it on and it's bright light like that, that'll be flying out of the door very quickly. So that's a nice bit of profit on that. And now, a final thing. And again, I wanted this. And what I was thinking, why is nobody bidding on it? And then when I got it, I found out why. Because it had a little problem, which I'll show you in a second, but I got this for £11.90. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. They made that out of a piece of leather, and they've dyed it to give it contrast as well, so it's not all the same colour. Let's have a quick look at it. And just have a quick look around it. That's an proper artist has done that. Look at the size of it. That's going to look. I've got a place on the wall exactly for that. I've sold a picture. I know it's gone, and I'm going to put that there. That's going to draw people in for £11 something. But there and there, it had gone floppy because of the leather. It had lost its ply. It had lost its firmness. So what I've done, I put that piece of wood on there to firm it up. And I've found, again, I've got this old wood knocking around everywhere, and it matches the back of it, because you can see it's been up on a wall for ages. It's drying out a bit. I'll put a bit of wax on it as well, just to give it some. And it's got the maker's label on it as well, so it's made in Portugal. Jose Antonio Pedroso. And so it's got all this provenance, and it's not going to flap when you put it on the wall now. It's going to hold it. And that's why nobody was bidding on it, because when it was hanging up, it must have, the two sides must have been hanging down a bit. And just for a little piece of wood that I had anyway, and like 30 seconds of my time just to stick it in the right place, I've got that beautiful mask. Now, that cost me, let's have a look, load them up. £11.90, right, £12. That's going to be £45. That is. So we're going to make nearly 4 times what I paid for it, and that's going to fly. Who's not going to want that? It's a thing of beauty. Right. So those are the things that I'm going to show you today. I like showing you the price list as well, just so you can see I'm not making these prices up. That's the sort of thing. And that's how, you go into the right auctions, and having somewhere to sell can be a nice little, keep the pot boiling, nice little earner, Does take your time. Sometimes you have to fix things. Sometimes you have to, I fixed that barley model with a bit of sandpaper and a bit of colourant. I fixed that with a stick. I'm not a restorer, but I'm restoring things. And it's nice to share these things with you as well. So I've got some more things to show you. I might put another video out probably Thursday, maybe Friday, but probably Thursday. I'll put another video out with some of the other things that I bought at this auction, because it was a really good auction for me. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Oh yeah, sorry, I was going to show you that. That's the closest I can find to it. You know, about $60. Mine's bigger, and I think it's more interesting than that one. Just looks like a face on a bit of leather. Mine's got a lot more work into it. So I think £45 for that is a good price for that, and it will go. So I'm going to shut up now. I'll catch up with you later in the week. Thank you for joining me again on one of these. It's great to know that people out there are actually watching these. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.